Before we get started on Witches and Weebs, let us cleanse our spaces of negative energy with a protection mantra said by Space and finished by Baji.
If you are positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get up on my face. If you are positive, you better bless this space. If you are negative, you better get up on my face. If you are positive, you better bless our space. If you are negative, you better get up out our faces.
Period.
New microphone, bitches, it's here.
But I was gonna say, first things first, let's appreciate how crispy that bell sounds on Bashi's new mic.
It's so beautiful.
It's so crispy.
I know.
And
like
welcome
McDonald's
to Witches and
Sprite.
Weebs, everybody.
Yes. Welcome to Witches and Weebs, where otaku and spirituality come together. Our mission is to build a community using the mysterious and fascinating craft of witchcraft and spirituality and connecting it with fandom culture.
I'm definitely gonna rewrite that part.
Why?
I don't know. I think it could flow better, couldn't it? I think it could flow better. Anyway, I am Space, your chaotic chaos witch.
Had to resist.
I'm Space.
Space.
It's physically gripping every time.
It's always gonna happen.
I am your favorite trickster demon, Baji. I have somehow convinced these two witches to let me crash on their couch.
It's fun. Mia, introduce yourself.
I'm Mizari.
Oh, she
That's it?
changed mode.
It's like, that's it.
This is so disorganized right now. I'm like,
Listen.
wait a minute.
She went from Mia to just went, I'm a Zori.
Sorry.
I'm Azari. You can call me Mia.
She literally said,
We went
let me
out
slip
of
into
order,
this.
and she just broke.
I disconnected. I'm lagging right now.
I was like, let me fuck with Mia and introduce myself first. And I knew
when
it
the
was
ping
gonna
on the
mess with
server is
her.
fucked.
I'm Azari, y'all. That's crazy.
Anyway,
yeah. So
welcome.
what are we covering today, Space?
we're covering. No, wait. Don't do this to me, Mia.
What are we covering today, Space?
Today's topic we are covering is if you want to play with shiny rocks, how to do spirituality without the craft. Because you can be spiritual and not a witch.
Comment, add more Mia.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't expect me to do what Mia does because it ain't happening. I've decided that Mia is better at what she does than I do it. I read straight from the page. Already got him laughing.
My God.
You're welcome.
We swear this isn't the drunk episode, but that will happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm
That's
excited
definitely
for
happening.
that.
We're gonna watch something really stupid too.
we have to
Ooh,
find
I
the
know what
worst
we should
movie.
watch. Drunk.
What?
Excel Saga.
Oh my God, yes.
We get
no.
blasted and oh my God, I'm gonna pee my pants.
I thought you were gonna say like Ghost Hunters or something.
We have to go on Rotten Tomatoes and find the worst rated movie and watch it.
Ooh.
That sounds
But it has to be
awful.
okay. It has to be an anime movie though.
Oh crap. Okay, fine. We're gonna watch the
We
worst
gotta
anime
keep it
movie.
in. We gotta edit it. We gotta keep it in fandom. Ooh.
Oh, that's easy. It's The Promised Neverland Season 2.
Oh my God, you're right.
I don't think I signed up for that one.
That's because Season 2 of that show doesn't exist. Season 1 is the only canon of that show.
Oh my God. Or we could watch Beastars. Drunk
we
Beastars.
are not
talking
watching
animals.
The Furry Maker.
Wow, it's a good anime. This is a spirituality episode.
Yeah, wait, hold up. Back to spirituality. We are covering spirituality without the craft. How to be a spiritual person, or I should say more spiritual person without the craft. Because you do not have to be a witch to be spiritual. And I think spirituality is something everybody should be indulging in.
I agree.
Yes. Everything from spiritual practices to which ones are beneficial, which ones you may want to shy away from. And we are going to cover where to start out and how to sort of dive into it without just going all in. I need to buy every crystal at the rock shop now.
We won't be talking about deities. We won't be talking about too many herbs necessarily, or we do talk about a little about crystals because we are shiny rock people. And we think that shiny rocks work. And that's just how it goes.
It's like the precursor to witchcraft.
I will say that we talk about astrology and tarot cards, but those do not necessarily mean witchcraft. They are a completely different set of... You don't have to use those in witchcraft at all. So,
Yes.
there's plenty that will overlap, but there's plenty that is different as well.
Mm-hmm. So let's start off on our first topic, which is spiritual practices. So what are some just little spiritual practices going in, like we're going little to big here, I guess. What are some of the little ones that you guys practice daily?
Affirmation.
That, and I like to spend 10 minutes outside every morning in the sunlight.
Yeah, it's healthy habit forming rather than, magic.
Yeah, this is healthy habits, pretty much, to break it down like that. I like to spend just 10 minutes with my feet in the grass, just chilling. Doing nothing. I don't take my phone. I don't take nothing. And I just watch what's going on outside. It just gives me such a refresher sometimes.
I like
Except
that.
when it's really cold.
Yeah, no, maybe around this time of year, it's better to find someplace to do that indoors or, just dig up some sod and bring it in.
If you have a screen door, that's also a good way to sit outside, sit in the sun.
Yeah. I would say for me, it's meditation, definitely. We did an entire episode on meditation. Go back and watch that if you haven't already. It's a good one. It's a banger. Go ahead. But
they're all bangers.
Yes. Meditation practice is just for quieting the mind, especially for those of us with a little bit of the ADHD or the neurotypical. Definitely helps to organize my thoughts for the day, waking up, morning exercises, and then a little bit of meditation so I get a little bit of body and mind in there.
When it comes to, Mia mentioned affirmations, just for the record, not all affirmations are the same. I'm going to pull out my book because depending on the chakras, oh god, I'm going to butcher this fucking word every time because I can never remember how to say it properly because everyone says it wrong and I want to say it right, but nobody else says it right. So I can never get an example. Anyway.
Everybody says it wrong, then that one is the new right.
Yeah, but I like to pay homage to the proper culture. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Valid.
I think it's chakra. That was really aggressive.
Chakra.
But
you put some Yiddish on that. This is your
chakra.
I did. But regardless of what I was really saying is that for each chakra there's a different affirmation that goes with that chakra. So you should pay attention, and I will get a list for you guys by the end of this episode so I can list them off. Anyway, moving along.
Going along with affirmations, there's also manifestations, which are just sort of like the expanded version of affirmations, speaking out into the world what will happen.
Which is Mia's specialty.
The thing with manifestation is that there's a build up to it. Once you understand affirmation and then understand meditation, then you can start manifesting. You can't manifest if you don't know how to meditate.
Yes. Absolutely.
And not all meditations are the same.
That, and I want to say that when it comes to meditation, if you can't do the sitting and just letting your thoughts come to you, write them out. That'll keep your hand busy and make you less likely to fidget. And so you just sit there and write whatever thoughts come to mind. Mm-hmm. Let them go. As soon as they're on the page, don't let them cross your mind again. They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to detox your mind real fast.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's okay. I was just going to have an interruptive thought there. I have found a new personal way of manifesting / affirmation, and that is just singing the thoughts in my head, because again, new mic, and I'm fucking loving it, and I love this new crispy audio and pop filter. But yes, I have started to try and get my voice back through singing practice, things of that nature, and an easy way to do that is just sort of singing my thoughts, writing out lyrics whenever I just want to do something to quiet my mind, is just humming, singing, adding that music back.
That's great for the creative minds, especially because I think a lot of people could manifest through music like that. Even just singing super positive songs. Like, I got a manifestation playlist playing on in the background while I'm doing this podcast, and it's just positive vibe music that just says, oh, I got my energy back, my energy is infinite, or like Pretty Girl Magic by Moonlight Scorpio, you know, that kind of vibes. So
cut to my first audio test with this mic. Oh baby, you.
So music is such a great way to manifest.
Like, whenever you're in a particular mood and then you find a song that matches your mood, and then you start just at the top of your lungs screaming the lyrics to the song, you feel better afterwards, right?
For sure.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely a way of meditating.
Especially when you're in a bad mood.
Yeah. Smack a Bitch by Rico Nasty. That's my song.
Put on the Daddy Yankee playlist and just get amped.
Oh my God. So, okay, sorry. Before I go off on a tangent, I've been listening to Sean Paul's Get Busy a lot because it makes me feel so good. I can't tell you why. They put crack in music. I swear they do. But I feel so good after singing that, like at the top of my lungs too.
Look, almost every Sean Paul track makes you feel like either A, you can fight, or B, you can dance.
Right.
Him, Sean Paul, and On God, Pitbull.
Yes.
I don't care what the hell he's saying in that goddamn song.
Oh.
I could not understand a lick of the words, and that shit will still slap.
Still give you the energy it was intended to give.
Yeah, every time I hear Pitbull, though, the only thing I think is Dale.
Dale.
But he actually has some great wisdom sometimes. He'll drop on fucking TikTok or some shit. And it's like, fuck, man. Why you have to be, like, knowledgeable, too?
Pitbull is the guy.
He's so chill. And then there's DJ Khaled, who I don't know what the fuck
We
he's
don't
doing.
talk about Bruno, because what even is DJ Khaled?
I don't think DJ Khaled knows what DJ Khaled is.
I do have to give DJ Khaled some level of credit because he is a little self-aware. Because he will make... I have seen him in commercials, and he'll yell his name and then be like, why am I yelling? Like, he is very self-aware that he does not know what the fuck he's doing.
He's a mess.
He is a mess.
You know what? That's why I appreciate him, though.
He's such a hot mess.
But at least he's a self-aware hot mess.
So
That's
funny.
a man who knows his meditation. That's a man who does his affirmations.
Like, so long as you're self-aware, you are capable of anything. But if you aren't self-aware, you're not doing shit.
Right.
But that's why these people that are just hot messes, they become something because they're self-aware hot messes and they know what they can do with that.
They're playing the bit.
Hell yeah.
Also, I have the affirmations, speaking of, for the chakras. So I know I'm going to get shit on for how I'm saying it. And I promise one day I will say it properly.
All right, so tell me what you think it sounds like, and I will go through and do the pronunciation with you.
Welcome to Vocabulary with Witches and Weebs.
Oh, I am not doing the Sanskrit names. I'm so sorry.
Oh, do it. That's gonna be even more fun.
No, I would have to practice. I would have to practice.
I have the book
before
here, so like, let's see here.
Okay, if I name them and you do the Sanskrit, or should I do it by the root chakra, up or down? I think I should do it up because
you
you're
go
supposed
from
to
the
work
root to the crown.
Yeah, okay, we'll do it from the root then, because I think you're supposed to work from the bottom up. So, okay, We'll start with the root chakra.
Root chakra, Mullahara.
And that is affirmations that start with I am. I am happy. I am peaceful. I am, that is working from the root of, that is stability, comfort, safety, and energy. Then we have the sacral chakra, which is the genital area.
Procreative chakra, also known as Svadhisthana.
That is sensuality, pleasure, procreation, all of that kind of good stuff. And that is I feel. Those are emotions. So then we have the solar plexus,
Manipura.
which is strength, personality, power, and determination, which is I do. So this is stuff that you want to do. Like, I do meditation every 3 to 4 days, whatever. I couldn't think of a good one off the top of my head, to be honest.
I do win, win, win no matter what.
Okay, why don't you come up with good affirmations for all these, Mia?
I just
Put them on the website.
I do win, win, win.
Oh no, my god,
No
that's
matter
not a good one. Okay, so next we have the heart chakra,
Anahata.
which is obviously the love chakra. I love. You say I love.
I love space.
I love space. I love spirituality. I love change. I love transformation. I love abundance. I love prosperity. All those kind of good things.
Mr. Krabs' voice. I love money.
I was just about to do that. Get out of my head.
We all single brain cell. Single brain cell. So next up is we have the throat chakra, which is obviously your throat.
So this is the weird one because it can be said two ways. It's either Visuddha or Vishuddha.
I've heard Vishuddha. Ooh, I said that so nicely.
You did. Look at you saying you can't say these names.
Listen, all I have to do is hear it from somebody else first, but I've never heard them pronounced correctly anywhere else. So it's like, okay. So that one is I talk, which is I talk truths. I talk, you know what I talk, my boundaries into being or stuff like that. I talk money, to be honest. Everything that comes out of my mouth is money. There you go.
Period.
That was a good one.
Hey.
Damn. Okay, the next one is the third eye chakra, which is right in the middle of your head, I believe. Right in the middle of your forehead.
Yep. It is your third eye. It is pronounced Ajna.
And that is I see. I see my spirit guides. I see the truth of the universe. I see my life path, stuff like that. And then we got the last bit, which is right on top of your head, which is the crown chakra.
Sahasra.
And that is, I understand. I understand what my guides are communicating to me. I understand how to communicate with my higher self. I understand how to be in touch with my... God damn it. I was going somewhere and it left.
Well,
Divine to personal and personal to divine.
Sure. That sounded great.
and the thing with all of those affirmations is that it's also a good way to shadow work.
Absolutely, because it means every time you do those shadow, you have to look in yourself to figure out what you
truly need and
Yes.
want.
Because spirit is never going to give you anything that you don't need.
That's right.
And just for the record, these manifestations don't work unless you put in the effort
Yep.
and you do the do. Because Source can only help you if you actually do the do. As soon as you start putting in the work, Spirit is going to be at your side, bringing in whatever you need to get better. But you have to start the work yourself because they are not going to give it to somebody who they don't know is going to use it.
And with those affirmations, and that is the same advice that people will give for tarot readings, because the cards can only tell you, hey, this is what you have been through and this is what you're going through. Here's a thing you can do about it, and you probably should, because those are your guides talking, telling you this is what you need, whether it be a warning or the advice.
With tarot cards also is that that's only the current path that you're on. As soon as you deviate from your path and make a different decision, those cards are null and void.
Yes, you are always in control of your outcome.
It's not set in stone once those cards come out. Because you can look at the cards and be like, I don't want that, so I'm going to make a different decision. Okay, those cards are gone. You don't have to have that anymore. Now you have to read another card. You have to read another set of cards to figure out what Now, what's the new path?
And it can either be a good thing or a bad thing.
Absolutely. No matter what the cards say, your life path is still in your hands. All you are doing is it's doing is telling you your current options, where you're going if you keep making the decisions that you're making. So, tarot cards are always bleh.
They're a guide, but they're not a hard rule.
Yes, they're guides. They're guides. That's what the word I was looking for and failed to find.
Now, this is a weird thing, but I've seen a lot of people discussing this, but especially on TikTok and like social media. Do you guys consider tarot cards to be exclusively to the Witchverse?
No.
No, not at
Like
all.
belonging to any particular witchcraft?
No.
Nope. They were never intended to be witchcraft, and witchcraft kind of grabbed them and ran with them, because I understand why. But they were not meant for witches. They were started as a card game.
Really?
Yes.
See, now I'm curious about the tarot card game.
So it was basically a playing card game. Like, it was a normal,
I
deck
have
of
an
cards.
ultra rare King of Wands. You can't defeat me, Yugi.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was very simply just a card game.
And now I'm curious because it's like if I play a page of wands and someone plays a page of cups, who wins?
I don't know. We need to find the rules and play this game.
To be honest, I would love to do like a tarot-focused history reading. Because they are very interesting, because they did not start out as a cult at all. They started in the mid-15th century in the various parts of Europe to play card games such as Torosici, which is a section of Italy. Ooh, these are like from my culture. Okay, cool. I love that. Anyway. I should say part of my culture. From their Italian roots, they didn't get adopted into French occultists until the 18th century. So they were pretty much a card game at first.
And then they were adopted by spiritualists when they could realize they used them for divinations and affirmations. Yay!
Torosici is a point trick tracking tarot card game. So I have no idea what that means.
It's card mahjong?
It's pretty much card mahjong.
That is so dope.
That sounds very...
That's cool as hell.
They're very complex, but I'd love to, like, we could try and play a game of this on stream, you know? That'd be dope.
That would be dope.
Okay, I'll write that down, actually. Anyway, okay, back
Winning
on the topic.
hand is the fortune read.
Okay, anyway, back on topic, now that we've discovered that, Tarot started as, like, Italian mahjong, I guess.
Which, again, cool.
Absolutely. That I didn't know. I knew it started as a card game, but I thought it was just like poker. I was like,
Speaking
I don't know.
of remains of the Roman Empire, astrology is also not witchcraft, and never was.
Never will be either. Astrology is for everybody. It can
was
be
early
used in
science
witchcraft.
and mythology coming together.
It can be used in witchcraft, absolutely. It benefits witchcraft so heavily, but it is not witchcraft. It never was witchcraft. It's math, actually. A lot of astrology is math. So, it's not, like, it's not fake. It's not it's not a farce. It's not some, I love, like, you know, all those fucking TikTok boys like to talk about astrology like it's some big opinion piece. It's a science.
It's mathematics, and it was used as a divination tool because it had that mathematics involved in it. It was an early way to measure stars, and folklore began to surround that.
Yeah, it's measuring stars. It has nothing to do with like the folklore became attached to it later once they recognized all those patterns. But it started out as a way to just measure the stars and to travel, I believe, part of it.
And that math got some philosophers killed once in a while, so we don't talk about them.
So it's not fake. It's not discreditable.
Yeah.
It's a science. Let's just live that out there for once. I love astrology. Stan astrology because I've been read to filth by my card, by my birth chart.
Nowadays, yeah, the numbers have become less important than the folklore for a lot of people, because that's usually what they focus on, is just what sign are you versus what sign am I. But the math is always there.
Yeah, it relies all on the math. So, I love astrology, but this is really Mia's strong point.
Yeah. her card readings too, because ooh boy, she gets you. She hits you. She hits you with like 5 different decks and then says, "Oh, this card popped out, I'm reading it too."
The thing about astrology, if you decide to get into it, modern or traditional, is that it is another good way for shadow working.
Everything leads back to shadow work.
Because once you are able to read your chart, connect everything, read your houses, read your planets, read your aspects, you'll find some interesting things about yourself that you might have had an inkling about, or you couldn't quite understand because you're so focused on the sun signs that most pop culture put out for like those zodiac sign tests and all that other stuff. And it's a lot deeper than that, because your sun sign can only give you so many traits about yourself, and then you have no idea where all these other traits came from. And then once you start getting deeper in your chart and figuring out where the problem was in certain parts of your life, then you can start building yourself back up as a better person. And that's another way of shadow working.
Because once you look at your chart and read it in words, you tend to understand yourself a little bit more, even if the chart is not 100% accurate. Because then you're thinking about what's wrong about it. You're reflecting on, oh, well, that doesn't really seem like me. So it's all leading back to shadow work.
And to go with shadow work, there's also cleansing and using incense to meditate and things of that nature.
It's
also
energy work, yes. It is energy work.
Energy work.
And it is a good ritual just to get into the habit of a spiritual ritual. Because cleansing your house can take 5 minutes of throwing on a little cleansing music on a YouTube video, and that's it. But those, you just sit there and just let that energy be cleansed out. Open the door, let it go, and you sit with that music for 5 minutes, and there you go. You've got your cleansing ritual, and all it took was 5 minutes. One spiritual ritual down. One healthy habit down.
Yep. I do also think that anybody who has specific sets for LED lights around their room and turn them on to sit in the dark, you're cleansing, you're soaking up that color, and you're allowing it to filter through your body, and you're allowing it to filter through your space and cleanse it of whatever energy you feel is harboring you.
That touches on a little bit of color magic that we could talk about later in another episode.
Yeah, honestly, Mia was the one who introduced me to colorology and things of that nature.
I'm actually trying to build my home aesthetic around colorology because I really like purple, and it's a very calming and royal color.
Mm-hmm.
Very prosperous, but I do want it like a little nook of red for the passion and the energy that it brings.
Yep.
But I like... Here's where it gets it. I also want black because grounding. So we like goth. We like
that's gonna be
But black
dark
rooms are
room.
so beautiful. It's like
If
a
you do-
pit.
And if you do warm lighting, beautiful. I love it. I love colorology. We could do a whole fucking episode on that.
We should.
I'm gonna write that down as well.
Please.
But yes, so tarot cards, astrology, cleansing, incense, Not witchcraft, meditation, not witchcraft. It is all spirituality, however, and can help you in your daily life, just organizing thoughts or just something to do to relax your mind and body and calm yourself down. It's self-soothing, which is a good basis for shadow work in itself, which is also
shadow work
not
is something
witchcraft.
everybody and their mother should be doing, especially your parents, because
Yep. If you think you have traumas from your parents, the reason you have them is because your parents have trauma. Oop, I just bumped my own mic there.
Leading on to that, that's such a great way to tag into the next subject is which practices are more beneficial to which situation. Like, if someone's looking to self-reflect, what do you think?
I would definitely start with meditation, because to start reflecting or to start working on anything mental-wise, especially if it goes to trauma and it runs deep, is meditation to find the memories or the root of the problem.
I was going to say that, and journaling would be another one for me.
Absolutely, journaling.
Yeah, I was going to say both at the same time. So that's my form of meditation. So that's basically me recommending meditation. Every time I say journaling, take it as meditation.
Yes. Essentially writing out the thoughts that come to you, because if those thoughts are lost during meditation, you can look back on them and just realize, hey, I can make a note here, here, and here, and look further into that and focus on it. But I would say meditation is the basis, because it helps you reach further back. It helps you see things clearly without daily thoughts getting in the way and cluttering you up.
Alternatively, if you're not a person that writes it out, Space said a little while ago that speech to text is also very good, especially if you're a person that speaks better than you can write.
There's also mediation, which Space put in here on the script.
Oh, shit. Okay, I was wondering what. I was like, what did I do again? Anyway, okay, listen. I can't spell. It's fine. We know what I meant. And I like how it took us so long to figure. It's been 35 minutes in this episode. It took us 35 minutes to figure it out.
It just goes to meditation at this point. I'm so used to it. It's how I spell meditation now.
So yeah, I use a lot of, if I don't feel like writing it out, I do a lot of speech to text on my phone recording, and I also just do voice recordings as well. That's especially helpful when I'm doing my tarot readings, because I'd like to do a stream of consciousness, and sometimes I'm doing them online, so I can't do that. Perfect way to do that. So that's a great recommendation. I almost forgot that. What would you say that if people needed to work on their subconscious, or just to figure out what they want in life?
Subconscious and what they want out of life? Well, for me, that's two different things.
Okay.
Because your subconscious will tell you what you need out of life.
That's
but
fair.
What you want out of life is usually done through conversing. So a lot of times just ask a friend if they can talk with you for a while about just what you both want out of life, or if you don't feel comfortable sharing that with other people, talk to a wall. Tell something, even an inanimate object, everything you want right now, and then start going for longer reaching.
Talk to a tree, talk to a tree, talk to a tree.
Talk to a tree. But yes, as you go longer reaching, like what I want today versus what I want tomorrow, next week, next year, that thing where you get to the end of it, that thing that's like 5 years away, this is what I want in the future, that's what you truly want. You're just looking at the steps to get there with everything else. As for what you need, your subconscious, this goes back to journaling. Dream journaling. Your own brain knows what you need better than your waking brain does. And that's why usually the things you truly need, or the things you are truly looking to escape, are represented in dreams and nightmares. Write those out. as soon as you wake up, even if you have a night where you just go to sleep and you don't see anything, write that in a journal too. As you continue journaling your dreams or your sleep, you will start to remember more and more of them, and what is truly important to you is represented in those.
You're spitting so hard right now.
Yeah, I don't really know what to add to
you
that. I was
ate
like,
that
damn.
the fuck up.
This coming from a demon who does not dream.
I want to also add that I find that tarot cards are also a very good way to figure out my subconscious. I love doing a good reading of like when I'm just not sure what's going on, even if it's just one card. And I'm like, what do I want to do today? And it's like, oh, it's the Five of Wands. What? I want to fight someone?
It's a mood, though.
All right, let me get another card. I was like, why would that be the card that I picked?
I can see where you're coming from, because I tend to do that too when I'm like in a moment of indecision or low headspace. I will just take my deck and like hold up my arm as high as it'll go, drop it, let the cards scatter, and the first card I pick up, that's usually the decision I would have gone with, but I was too like hesitant to see it.
Yeah, to see if I was like really willing to do that. I was like, oh shit, okay, I got it. So that's what I like to do. I love doing those like little readings, and it's a great way to get in tune with your tarot cards because they are spiritual. So the more you work with them, the better they will vibe with you. And I'm gonna sound
do it. Drop your cards on the floor. See what happens.
I'm gonna sound a little crazy here, but I think that each tarot card deck that you have has a specific purpose, and you should talk to it more to figure it out. Because I think that some of y'all are reading general readings with cards that are there to help you with your career, or cards for love readings with cards that are there for shadow work. Because I think that there are some decks that are better for certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say Space and Azori have both seen my deck, and it is very clearly a deck that likes to give warnings and more than like fortunes. It is a shadow work deck.
Yeah, that is a shadow work deck, but I have a general one that I use for most general readings, which is my deck that has all of the keywords on it because I have ADHD and that's just how it is. But I also have some that are really good for shadow work and some that are really good for love readings. I have one that is also really good for... Actually, I have two that are really good for spiritual readings. And I have one that is good for career reading, actually.
I pick decks based on pretty pictures.
Felt that.
Yeah, so do I. To be honest, I think that's a great way to pick a card because it means you're drawn to the art and it means something to you.
I sent Mia a link for like a cyberpunk deck I found on Etsy, and I really want to buy it, but I keep procrastinating on it.
That sounds awesome.
It's such a pretty deck.
That sounds awesome.
It's like all vaporwave colors too.
Oh, dude, I would so get that. But yeah, that I say that's a great way to pick cards actually, because the art drawing you in, that art means something to you, even if it's just I really fucking like it. It's just pretty.
That's something calling to
that
you.
means that's something that's the colors calling it to you. That's something in those cards are calling to you. You might not understand that at the moment. Later on, you'll really connect with the cards. But I think it's a great way to pick. Picking by pretty pictures is always a way to go. I like to pick by... I like uniqueness a little bit because I do have... I have 2 gifted Rider-Waite Smith cards. But the one that I bought myself and the only one that I actually use is the pink and white ones that I've showed you guys. That are stunning.
True.
So I really like unique cards because all the rest of mine are like super artsy-fartsy or tell different type of folklore because I have the Spirit of the Divine. I believe that's what I call it. Tarot of the Divine. So those are my kind of cards.
That'll be the point where I start posting on the TikTok, is just when I get that new deck, because it seems like the very showy kind that wants to show itself.
Oh yeah, that's definitely sounds like something that wants to be seen by people and to do readings for other people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, but from the cards to the stars, we already know how tarot can guide us. How can astrology guide us? And I'm going to look to Mia here,
Oh,
because
yeah.
she is our resident star girl.
It depends on what kind of astrology. If you're talking about zodiac astrology, that I can do, but not actual reading the stars and remembering the moon phases and what transits are happening right now. I haven't gotten that deep yet.
Well, you can get there. I believe you will, to
I'm
be honest.
absolutely going to get there. It's going to take some time.
Yeah, I was about to say, out of us, the three gays, you are the gay that's good at math.
I am barely the gay that's good at math.
I am shit-ass terrible at math. It does not take much to be better than me.
I'm learning to be the gay that drives.
So with me, when it comes to astrology, I feel like being able to figure out birth charts and read everything and understand how it works within yourself is kind of a good way to sort of practice psychology, but not really. Because once you are familiar with traits that come from a specific zodiac sign, you can start tacking it onto people and tacking it onto yourself. And then once you start getting into houses and understanding how the houses work, you'll start seeing things in people that you would have otherwise overlooked. So the one that I like to reference the most is, if you are able to sit down with somebody and talk with them all day and feel comfortable and then relaxed and then feel energized after you finish talking to them, chances are their Mercury is in Libra, because Mercury is the house for communication. Mercury is communication. And so when it comes to a Libra, they're just they make you feel at home, to where you just don't even realize that you're pouring your heart out to them. And then you realize, oh, wow, okay, I feel kind of good. This is nice.
That explains something in my rising sign. Because I always wondered why everyone would just start pouring their entire beings out to me, and I don't even know their first fucking name. And I'm just like, why? Why do you do this? And now I understand it. And now I understand, because my rising is in Libra, and I believe that is how I'm reflected to the rest of the world. It's my Libra. Though I am at heart a Scorpio, and I know that. Because I don't really care about your life story if I don't know your first name, dude.
Right. Honestly, if you can figure out the planetary keywords for the planets and the signs that rule over them, an easy way you can put 2 and 2 together is, if, let's just say your Saturn was ruled by Aquarius. So Saturn is restriction. Saturn controls responsibility and life lessons. And the Aquarius is independent. So if you put restriction and independence together, you'll get somebody who's self-reliant. So if your Saturn is an Aquarius, you don't like handouts. You would rather do everything yourself so nobody can hold it above you.
Did you just fucking call me out right there? I think my Saturn is an Aquarius.
If the shoe fit, wear it.
I know for a fact that I do have an Aquarius in my chart, and I'm 99% sure it's Aquarius. And I was like, this bitch just called me out right now. Either way, she called me out with the Aquarius. I know this somewhere in my chart. What else is there to say about this? Oh, manifestations, affirmations, and crystals are, let's be real, spicy psychology. But guess what? It fucking works.
It fucking works.
Don't matter if it's spicy psychology if it fucking works.
If you feel the intentions, it fucking works.
That's all that matters. Does it work? It works. There you go. Who cares if there's nothing real magical about it, or if there's nothing really, I don't know, dramatic, I guess.
Listen.
It's just spicy psychology.
Let me tell you a story about how my selenite cracked. And it was funny because I was sitting at my desk. I'm pretty sure I was having a panic attack. And I picked up my selenite and it chipped the entire corner, fell off onto my desk. And after that happened, guess what? I felt a lot better. So I don't know what was happening around me and what I was picking up on, but that selenite said, shoop, that's mine now. You're fine. Don't worry about me.
See? It fucking works, man. It fucking works. And I do have to say that, okay, this is going to sound a little corny, but my husband got me a citrine. Oh, did I butcher?
Ooh, love citrines.
Okay, yes. That's my birthstone. And so he got me a ring, and it's a pretty fat fucking ring. But every time I fucking put that on, I feel so much confidence. And I do believe that is what citrine does, if I'm correct.
Yeah, citrine is like,
yes,
it takes all the negative energy and just makes you feel really good. It's also really good for helping with creativity. So you'll like having a citrine, it energizes you and it gives you all that motivation to just be a big ball of creativity.
No wonder I always do right when I have it on, actually. Learned something right there. So, depending on what you're looking to kind of figure out about yourself and to become more in tune, because really spirituality is just becoming more in tune with your body and the human experience, because we're a spiritual being living a human existence, and we're supposed to enjoy that human existence. Mm-hmm. But we can't enjoy that if we're always overstimulated or we're always understimulated, because understimulated is a bad thing as well, especially for autistic people. And actually ADHD people are the ones that are can't have a hard time being understimulated. So there's all kind of reasons that you need to just be more in touch with your human body and your human experience. And it's a good way to start is spirituality and shadow work. And depending on what you're looking to do, there's many different ways to achieve that. But I do have to say, to lead that in is there's always research.
Always research.
Yes. Respect every part of your life, including adding new pieces to it. So
From
do the research
cultures.
on everything.
Anything.
Now, I do want to mention some... there is astrochart.com where you can get your birth chart for free. Just all you need is your name, where you were born, and your time of birth. Right?
Right.
Okay. And you plug that in. That way you don't have to do all the math stuff that comes along with astrology. That you just get the sheet right like that, and then you can just look up whatever you need to look up. And if you want something that is a little bit on the energy work and improving maybe your in tuneness with the energies, your spirit guides, your higher self, a good book to read is Psychic Witch by Matt Urin or Oron. Oh, fuck me.
But I think
I'm
Matt
never
Oren.
getting Urin. I love that book, and I will say everybody who wants to be spiritual should read it.
Yes.
Because it gives so many different examples of stuff to do and different exercises that at least one of them is going to hit for you.
Yep.
And
At
if
least-
you don't want to worry about any of it and you want no control over your fate and somebody else to do it for you, I have a nice little contract you could sign right here.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold up. Wait. We already signed our contracts. Let's not get any more contracts until we finished ours. Right? We have to finish ours first.
We were just
I know
talking
you
about
said
sacrificing each other too. That's so funny.
I mean, I already got your souls. I'm talking to everybody else listening.
You cannot have.
I
You're so
mean-
greedy.
I'm a fucking demon.
You're so greedy, y'all.
That's fair, but like, You are a little greedy. I thought we had great souls and were enough for you.
Guess not.
I mean,
God damn.
y'all are nice enough. I'm keeping you around for a reason, but more.
You trying to ferment our souls? You like fermented souls?
I'm just saying a little bit of pickling goes a long way.
You're disgusting. You're absolutely vile.
Next episode, I consume Mia's soul.
Yummy. You're gonna have some. You're gonna have to season it because this shit bitter as hell.
Ooh, it's true.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to make a recipe for that.
There. I'm gonna need to get some spice back in you.
We're gonna have to make a recipe for Mia's soul. How to cook souls 101. Thank you.
I can't wait for that episode.
with Baji, your demon host, and Space.
I'm in the pot. I'm just in a pot.
We're having Mia for breakfast. Thank you.
Now you're having too much fun with it, and I don't want to.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It's so hard to please you. What do you want from me?
What do you want from us?
At least 30 additional souls. Send out the chain letters.
Oh my god. If someone ever has the audacity to send me a chain letter in 2023, I'm smacking you. Because how dare you?
Disown them.
That is so disrespectful.
It's the ultimate and petty evil is just send out a chain letter.
Listen, I used to send chain letters because I was like, yo, I don't want my siblings to die. Wait, hold up.
I'm not gonna lie, I so do that.
I was scared. I didn't want no demon under my bed.
I did that when I was younger too. I think we all. No wonder we're all spiritual now. We all believe those fucking energy shit from the get-go. I believed in
superstitions. You were not catching me walking under any ladder, breaking any glass. I was not fucking splitting the pole with anybody. Somebody was like, "Oh, if you get your feet swept, you're never getting married." You know how many times my grandma swept my feet? And yet you both
decided to summon me.
We're a little spicy.
Listen, we're trying to learn witchcraft. Who better than a demon?
We fucked up, but now you're here and you're not going anywhere. Have fun.
We like you now.
It's true. You two signing was more my mistake than yours.
True.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we like you. That's the problem. That's your problem.
And no, Tumblr girls, I do not braid.
I love it when my demon braids my hair. That's my favorite webtoon.
I wish I knew what webtoon we were talking about.
It's
I have no idea what's going
on. Oh, that's Tumblr meme.
Okay, so back on topic. Do your research.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that, weren't we?
We totally were talking about research. But just do your research. There is plenty of... I will link... I think I'm going to link some astrology chart websites and possibly one of my favorite places to research are cards, which is, I believe it's called Labyrinth. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they have a mobile app too. It's real nice.
Oh yeah, the mobile app is gorgeous. And it's super easy to use, actually. So I will link those in the description for you guys to get started, because I think it's something that everybody should be in touch with and trying and looking into. Though I think we really kind of touched on it. I want to talk about the ways that we practice spirituality, but like, we kind of talked about that already, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really think we have to, I could just do a rundown list of it, which is I spend time in nature. I work out, actually, as part of my spirituality, is to get more in touch with my body. So working out is a way that I do that. I also I'm a tarot card reader for a semi-profession, and I like to look into astrology. So that is my spirituality.
I'd say go with Mia first, and because I don't have much to mine.
So my way would be absolutely crystals. You'll start to feel the properties of crystals the more you actually start putting energy into them and then getting the energy back out of it. I love journaling. I love being able to just Because I'm a better writer than I am a speaker. So I love just being able to have all of the words that are popping into my brain that don't translate well when I speak just under my fingers because it makes me feel so good. Music. Sing your heart out if you're driving down the highway. Roll your windows down, roll down the top, do whatever. Just sing to your heart's content. You're going to feel so much better. There are herbs, spices, all types of flora, putting them in your tea, making yourself some tea, putting them in a diffuser. Just be cautious about it. All good ways to start getting into the spirituality and getting those steps for meditation and manifestation and shadow work.
Someone has to
Lovely.
remind me of what links I'm supposed to put in the description because I already forgot.
Oh my god.
It was 2 seconds ago.
God damn. I was literally, I don't know where I drifted off to, but I was like listening to Mia and she was like spitting and I was just like, okay.
Next episode, I changed my mind and decided to eat Space's soul instead.
Yum.
Oh no, not mine. I'm probably like not that filling. I must be pretty empty.
Oh my god. We
It's
are
like
boneless
the-
souls.
Wow, I can't believe I got you two out of the junk food summoning section.
You're welcome.
Yes, you did.
We're indulgences.
I'm
We
like a
taste good.
potato chip.
I'm a Dorito.
I'm like one measly. I actually love Doritos.
Me too.
Nah, y'all are them slightly shittier popcorn chips.
Oh, why would
Fuck
you?
you,
You're
man.
so disrespectful.
I love you both.
That was so mean.
They do okay, but some of the flavors are really good, actually.
Okay. Okay, I'll make it better. You're the popcorn chips, but you're dipped in chocolate. There.
I don't know if I like that.
You're the bougie ones.
Can I be like the caramel popcorn?
Fine.
Yay, I taste like a honey
I want to be
crisp.
cheddar popcorn then.
Nah, you're the
Wait.
cracker.
Oh.
Actually, I like Cracker Jacks. I was like, wait a second, I'll take that.
Please
I like some Cracker Jacks.
It's Christmas. We get big cans of 3 types of popcorn.
Oh, I can't wait.
But moving on to personal spirituality, I would say music, big one, singing. I love that. Creativity wise, I love to dance and connect that with my spirituality. Playing with fire. Hey, demon. But yes, poetry is another good one. Like, if you're ever in the mood to explore deeper into yourself, just write out a poem. It does not have to have any set structure. Free verse works for everybody. And things of that nature. Explore your creativity because that often leads to exploring your desires and wants and needs.
Absolutely.
I might have to explore poetry, to be honest.
I love it.
But so that is the tips and tricks to guiding into spirituality without the craft. And I think it's something that everybody should be doing. Again, I've repeated that 4 different times, but I think it's needs repeating. There's no need to like burn fucking candles and incense and well, I mean you could burn incense and cleansing. But you don't even have to do that. You could just use sound. So there's energy work.
Throw 50 incense sticks into a fire pit.
Oh, wow. That's a recipe for a headache.
Yeah, that's a recipe for a headache for like 4 days, dude.
That's total ghost proofing.
Yeah, that's ghost proofing, and like you're gonna ghost proof your whole land, not just the house. Like everyone, especially if you live in an apartment,
That's the
everyone and
equivalent
their
of
uncle's
dropping a
gonna be-
nuke.
that is the equivalent of dropping a nuke on your spirit.
Oh my goodness.
Just leveling the whole neighborhood. All the good ghosts gone. All the bad ones, gone.
Everyone's gone.
There's not a single.
All of your neighbors gone. All of the police ticketing you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you're getting so many tickets for that one. Don't get tickets. So I think we've done a pretty good job covering spirituality without the craft.
I think so
Yes.
too. You don't need to be all. Listen, if you don't need to cast spells if you want things to work, that is what manifestation is for. Witchcraft is just advanced, super advanced manifestation.
Yeah, this is just witchcraft is just advanced. Like I like that. It's
Advanced
manifestation.
spirituality.
It's step 2, level 2 spirituality. So now we have okay, we talked about the many different types of spiritual practices: crystal collecting, meditation, manifestation, tarot cards, shadow work, astrology, etc., etc., etc. We've also talked about which practices benefits each situation and which ones are better to use in which situation. Do your research. And we've also covered our own personal ones, and now it's time for Mia's personal touch to the grimoire this week.
Hello.
Hooray.
Okay. So actually, mine's a little short, and I've been thinking about it for a little bit now. One of my friends had sent me a video a while back about this man talking about how he fixes his bed every day when he wakes up. And his reason for doing that is because you can have the shittiest day. You can feel like you did nothing productive. You feel like you had a breakdown or an anxiety or a panic attack and you just didn't feel good. You could have had the worst day of all time. But at least when you get home, you have a freshly made bed. And that's a good thing to end your day with.
That's also a really good ritual to just get into the habit and be consistent with, because it shows you that you can be consistent with something and it builds trust in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been doing that exact same thing for the past 4 weeks.
We
your
appreciate
bed.
self-care.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Make your bed. Take those self-care days.
I think that's a excellent tip, actually, and I think that's a good way to put it, because it shows a lot more than just making your bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's about consistency,
The energy.
and the energy, because when you get home and you look at that nicely made bed, you're just like, oh yeah, I can't wait to rip those covers off and climb in. There's something so satisfactory just ripping covers back.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good, and I would say this would go double, especially if you work customer service or food service, because I have been there. I know that every day is painful, even the good ones. So when you get home, all you want to do is exactly nothing for the next 17 hours until your next shift.
But
that's your opportunity. You come into the made bed and you just flop.
Yep.
And it's such a great feeling.
You're restoring all of that energy because you set it in place when you made it.
So for the next episode, which is a fandom, I do want to talk about some other ideas that we have going on after I talk about the next episode. We're going to cover anime magic.
Dun, dun.
And how would they work in your practice? Because just like there is in Western culture movies, they put real magic, and real folklore into anime. So we're going to talk about it.
Yes. Hooray!
We're gonna make sure you don't summon any demons like we did,
Hi. And we'll finish it up with the consumption of space.
We'll discuss that. We'll discuss that part, okay? So I do have some ideas, because Bashi is, of course, a demon. He's very busy. And we want to do more content for you guys, so we've discussed doing little mini-series of me and Mia just, watching anime, or even just discuss... I think it's going to be on the YouTube and in the podcast, so I think it's just going to be a lot of anime reviews and discussion. But for the TikTok, we'll do, crystal discussions and herb discussions and more spiritual stuff, as well as... maybe, but we talked about we want to do more content for you guys. We really like this stuff, and Baji is very busy as demon, so we don't want to do the main Witches and Weebs without him, but we still want to do content for you guys. So
look forward to that.
Please look forward to that. We would like you to check us out. We have Twitch. We're going to look into Twitch. We're going to look into TikTok. We're going to look into doing little shorts on YouTube. So we're going to have fun with it.
I appreciate that you only use me for part-time content.
Okay, listen. We don't want to do, we didn't want to do the main, which is, we were discussing, because we did want to do more content for a while, and we do want to put more episodes out, but we didn't want to do it without you. We don't want to do the main Witches and Weebs without you, because this is a three-party, This
No,
is
I'm
us.
actually cool with it. I just wanted to make you real nervous for like half a second.
I am sweating bullets, bitch. I was like, he's gonna eat me.
I can't believe
be
you fell for that.
Fuck you, man. Gullible.
I can tell.
Oh wait,
And
let me
he's a
slip into the
demon.
demon
What am I
laugh here.
That was really good. What the fuck? Anyway, Mia is silent. She's stunned to silence.
I'm stun locked.
So those are our plans. Like, now that Bashi has made me sweat. But yeah, we just want to do more content. We'll be including our faces. Oh god. Oh my god, you're gonna see what I look like.
We're beautiful.
Speak for yourself, bitch.
Wow. All right. Where's the confidence?
I'm cute as fuck. I'm not
Exactly.
beautiful.
Period.
I'm cute.
Look, bitch. Period. That's all. I am.
I'm giving this soul back. It's lacking in the confidence spice.
Hey, leave me alone, man. So, what else do we have to say? Nothing really, right? I think we're good to go.
Yes, I believe we are.
So, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to hear more of our content, please, because we will be putting more of it out.
Yay.
And now that we have properly shilled for YouTube, just remember,
Of course.
the door is open to those that explore. The door is closed to those that ignore. We say goodnight, but not goodbye, for all of our stars are here to shine. Stay safe, everybody.
Stay safe, everybody.
Love you guys. Thank you.